I decided to do this stream and I wanted to have a discussion in regards with one Jermell Charlo. Now he's drawing back and forth with Terrence Crawford, saying that he gonna take care of business with Canelo, and then he's going back down to 154. But you got to think Canelo is gonna put a rematch clause in the contract if they don't already have one. So he probably might be tied to Canelo at least in back-to-back fights. Keep in mind, Canelo signed a 3-fight deal with the PBC that could pay him upwards to over $100 million. But I had to do this video just based off what I see with Jermell Charlo, and I saw a great video by World Combat Sports, and it was a great video, and y'all need to check it out. And I give World Combat Sports all the credit in the world because he said something that a lot of people should have been saying about Jermell a long time ago. I've said it, but the so-called people that's supposed to be this so-called organization that's supposed to hold black fighters accountable or supposed to protect black fighters, keep in mind these is the same dudes that had all this hatred and negative energy towards Terrence Crawford. But Terrence Crawford never said anything about this organization. But then I'll get to that in a minute. But Jermell Charlo, you would think him being an undisputed champion, you think he would be more marketable. You think he would be an outright star in boxing. But due to the fact that pretty much nobody likes him, and it's across the board, nobody likes him out, that's not of his community, and a lot of people don't like him that's from the community where he comes from. And you know what community I'm talking about. And nobody is to blame for this but Jermell Charlo himself, based off the fact of how he treats people. It's funny how Jermell Charlo loves to go into tough guy mode when it comes to black men, but then he likes to soft shoe when it comes to people that's not, from the community that he's from or doesn't look like him. Now I want to see when he has this press conference against Canelo, I want to see if he gonna sit up there and go off on Canelo like when he had his embarrassing and just shameful press conference with Tony Harrison leading up to the rematch, when him and Tony Harrison was going back and forth exchanging N-words, which I thought that was real embarrassing. It had got to the point to where they had to cut off his mic. I just want to see if he gonna get all animated, because he sits up there, he likes to threaten media members. Talked about he gonna slap them. He liked to sit up there and put Ellie Setback on a high pedestal. Congratulations, Ellie, for getting over 1 billion views. And then he says he knows a certain organization gonna be mad. But my thing is, why didn't they respond to him? Because like I said, this is the same organization that always has something to say about Terrence Crawford, always got something to say about Shakur Stevenson. But they don't talk about, they always got something to say about other black fighters that's not aligned with them. But then a lot of times they don't say nothing when they see these black fighters getting mistreated. Like I said, a lot of them didn't say nothing when Vasily Lomachenko was sitting up there making fun of Adonis Stevenson leaving the arena, in a stretcher. They didn't say nothing about Jermell Charlo saying F their organization, which he's met. He's made several videos attacking them, and they haven't responded. Didn't say nothing when they, Didn't say nothing when Blue Blood was threatened. And that's why I started to distance myself from some of them dudes. And I'm gonna say this again: it's a lot of them dudes, and a few of them don't like me, but I want to make it clear I don't care, don't care. And when I seen that stuff, I was like, okay, I see what's up with this. And I just, you know, and then they were sitting up there threatening, Jermell, sitting up there threatening Deontay Wilder. He loves to threaten black people. He loves to threaten black people, but he don't say nothing about anybody else. He sat up there and threatened Jared Hurd, and his fiance talked about he'll delete him and his B. But then yet you ain't said nothing towards Caleb Plant, who slapped your brother. You ain't threatened him. But you always threatening black people. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to make this very clear. I don't care if this get to Jermell. I don't give a fuck if you ever talk to me. And yes, you are a professional fighter, but I can tell you this much. I'm not worried about you pulling up on me. All I'm going to say is you're not going to slap me. I don't care what happens. And I'm not threatening you, and I'm not asking you to come looking for me, but just letting you know. I don't know how many times I have to make it clear to you boxers. Y'all got to understand, once again, you don't know our background. And to some of you guys that sit up here, and some of you content creators sitting up sending little fake Homer Simpson avatars or whatever that is. Because I'm going to say this again. I don't know where you get the idea that somebody ran from your black ass. And I'm going to say this once again. Nigga, ain't nobody scared of you, dude. For real. I'll be available. For real. Quit lying, bro. Nobody ran from your John Coffey looking ass. For real. Don't ever in your motherfucking life think I'm scared of you, dude. For real. And you know who you are. And I'm not saying your name because I ain't giving you no free publicity. But for real, bro. You got me messed up. For real, bro. I'm going to say this again. Ain't nobody scared of you. And ain't nobody scared of that other baby animal looking nigga. Fuck that nigga too. So I'll see you soon. And that's all I got to say. And I'll be more than ready. Like I said, you ain't even a man, dude. You didn't had a problem with me for years. And you don't even know what you mad at me about. You ain't even man enough to call me on the phone and ask me what is the problem you have with me, because you don't have no problem. But what the problem is, you just mad because I wasn't no aerosexual, or I wasn't no Errol Spence butt boy like you wanted everybody to be. I just learned dealing with snakes and fake people. I know how to deal with snakes and how to approach fake people. But like I said before, a lot of y'all showed y'all true colors. A lot of y'all showed who y'all really was. But getting back to Jermell, I mean, the dude is just not approachable. And some people say, oh, he cool. Well, my thing is, if he's so cool, then shouldn't that be said for Terrence Crawford? Like I said, I hadn't seen the personal attacks against Jermell Charlo like I seen against Terrence Crawford. But like I said before, I can't respect nobody that sat up there and let somebody blatantly disrespect something that you part of, and then you didn't even respond. But then you so worried about what Terrence Crawford is doing. You so worried about what Shakur Stevenson is doing. Like I said, I support black people and black fighters, period. Like I said, I may want a black fighter to win if he's fighting somebody that may not be black like him, but at the end of the day, I'm logical. And I have enough scruples to understand he may or may not win that fight. So I may be rooting for the black dude to win because that's fine. Why is it that black people is shamed to exercise tribalism, but everybody can support somebody because he's Asian or he's Hispanic or he's white or he's some other form of non-black, and there's no backlash? But then you get people that try to have the audacity to try to tell a black man I can't support a black man because that's just wrong. For real, what the fuck do it look like me worrying about what an Asian think about me supporting my own community, or a Hispanic man or a white man? I don't know how many times I got to say we ain't got to explain nothing to these non-blacks. And I'm gonna keep saying this. Now, if you like those channels that love to constantly attack black channels, black content creators, you know, you more than welcome to go over there. But I understand why some people say what they say about some of these so-called pro-black channels, because they've proven to be inconsistent and they've proven to be hypocrites and not practice what they preach. It's just factual. So I'm dying to see how Jermell Charlo approaches a press conference with Canelo. I want to see him have that same energy that he had when he fights black fighters. I just want to see him get all animated. I just want to see him talking crazy and threatening Canelo, threatening his life, threatening his wife. But we know he ain't gonna do it, because like I said, he only had that energy for black people, and that's why he shouldn't be respected. Like I said, I don't give a damn if this gets to Jermell, and I'm gonna say this for real, Jermell, I don't give a fuck if you ever do an interview with me. I don't need you, and I don't need your interview. Here's the thing, I don't want to interview you. You always sitting up here talking tough and thinking somebody's scared of you and all that stuff, and you be selling wolf tickets. Because like I said, how come you didn't do nothing when Jared Hurd smacked the taste out your mouth? You didn't do nothing. And he did it in front of your brother. Like I said, y'all got this strange habit of always wanting to get tough with black people, but then these non-blacks, you don't. You don't get all hardcore with them. Hey, why wasn't you looking for Caleb Plant after he slapped your brother? Why wasn't you threatening Caleb Plant? You didn't have no problem threatening Wilder. You sitting up telling Wilder stuff ain't about race, but then you was sitting up there crying about how you didn't get into a gym and you felt that they discriminated against you because you was black. But you sitting up there trying to tell Deontay Wilder, don't talk about black issues. Nobody don't give a fuck about you being from wherever the hell you from. Nobody don't care about you being from Houston or Texas or whatever, even though I heard you was born in Lafayette, and I heard that people don't claim you in Houston, to be honest. And then here's the thing. The last time you was in the ring, you fought at a tennis stadium that holds 8,000 people to capacity because you couldn't even sell tickets in your own hometown or your so-called hometown of Houston. You couldn't even get people to come see you in your hometown. That says a lot about you. That says a lot about how people feel about you. And then your last fight, when you beat Castanos, they was giving away tickets. Or basically they was telling people to go find a seat. Nobody bought tickets to your last fight. Nobody. Because nobody likes you. You unmarketable with the PBC because nobody likes you. Nobody wants to pay money to see you fight. And the only reason why they gonna pay money to see this particular fight is because they're hoping that Canelo beats the hell out of you. And you know the sad part about it is probably they gonna be just as many black people rooting for you to lose versus Canelo as the Mexicans are gonna be rooting for Canelo. So you're gonna have black people rooting against you, and then you're gonna have non-blacks rooting against you because you've alienated people from your own community with your antics. People still root for Bud. Bud had a big following. And now, you know, he's developed an even bigger following because you got people trying to jump on his bandwagon. And that's sad. You're going to have black people rooting for you to lose because of how you treat people. That speaks volumes. There gonna be people that's hoping that Canelo take your head off. They may think it's a difference between thinking that Canelo is going to win and picking Canelo to win versus wanting Canelo to win. And people from your own community gonna be wanting Canelo to win because it's you. Now, I promise you, he ain't going to go into that press conference. You got to do it, though. You got to do it, Mel. Because you didn't have no problem. You didn't have no problem doing it against Tony Harrison. So what changed? Oh, I know, because Tony Harrison is black. And Canelo is not black. So you're going to be humble. You're going to be respectful. You probably going to be saying it's an honor. I want to see you flipping over tables. I want to see you go over there and try to push Canelo. I want to see you do the same antics that you display when you around black people. So like I said, you're going to be on the island by yourself. Probably the only person that's going to be rooting for you to win is possibly your brother and maybe your family. But I can tell you, most people going to be rooting for Canelo, and that's the sad part about it. Now, I'm not speaking for all black people, but a lot of black people is going to be rooting for Canelo to beat your ass because of the way you conducted yourself over the years. How you treat people, how you act towards people. You ain't got no business sitting up threatening blue blood, dude. Wasn't even that serious. Then you sitting up there trying to rub it in another organization's face that Ellie Setback got a billion views. And you said, you know, certain people gonna be mad. But at the same time, them dudes didn't defend themselves. They didn't say nothing. But like I said, these are the same dudes that always got something to say about Terrence Crawford, telling Terrence Crawford how much money he should take. Now they trying to tell Shakur Stevenson, pocket watching Shakur Stevenson, but then they don't want nobody pocket watching them. One thing Tail Business don't do, I don't tell no fighter how much money they think they should get. That's just real talk. That ain't my thing, because I wouldn't like nobody telling me how much money they think I should take. So I don't do that. I can tell you one thing. I bet you the Charlo brothers wouldn't have did nothing. You know, they wouldn't have did nothing seeing those white dudes jumping on a black man. Now, probably had it been in reverse, probably if they had saw four black dudes jumping on one white dude, they probably would have helped they probably would have started fighting the brothers, helping the white dude. Yeah, I said it. And the difference between me, I'm more than willing to tell them to their face. See, I'm not Fred. I'll be in Arizona. This weekend. I'll stand on everything I say. Where you at posting pictures of gats towards Caleb Plant? You was sitting up there riding in your car, showing all your little gats and all that kind of stuff. Talked about you about that action. Okay, we'll be about that action with everybody. You seen them black people in Alabama was about that action. But like I said before, we all know probably had it been the roles been reversed, we all know probably if four black dudes would have jumped on one white dude, like I said, y'all would have started fighting the brothers. Y'all wouldn't. They probably. Hey, Jermell probably wouldn't have did nothing. He would have just been sitting up there looking. Well, nobody likes it. Nobody likes the Charlo brothers. Nobody. Nobody don't like them, especially Jermell. Cause he always bumping his gums. He always talking that tough guy talk. I don't know how many times I gotta explain stuff to people. Listen, I ain't never tried to play super nigga. I ain't tried to be Billy Badass everywhere I go. When I go to when I go to New York, I gotta move right. Cause anything can happen. When I go to Philly, I gotta move right. When I go to Texas, I gotta move right. You know what I'm saying? I don't be checking in, but at the same time, I got to make sure that I'm making the right moves and stuff. You know, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You out of your element. You away from home. You the away team. So you got to move. You got to move correctly. So I'm just saying, these dudes be sitting up here just talking all this stuff and threatening people. Like I said before, you don't know where we come from. You don't know what our background is. I bet you we more street than y'all. Y'all just some damn boxers. I can tell you right now, some of these media dudes that I know, and I ain't gonna say their names and stuff, but some of these dudes, they really come from the streets. Some of these dudes is former Bloods and Crips and you know what I'm saying? Really got stripes in the streets. They just transitioned to media. So that's what I'm saying. While them dudes be sitting up there just bumping their gums and thinking because somebody is sitting up with a camera and a microphone that they ain't about that action. So I'm just saying. I just hope next week. I hope when they have the Canelo press conference, I think it's next week or sometime this week. I just want to see Jermell have that same energy. I want to see him flip over tables and all that kind of stuff, like how he do with the. I just want to see him disrespect Canelo. I want to see him say something like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you. I'm gonna beat you back into Mexico, or and you ain't gonna want to come out of Guadalajara when I'm done with you." I just want to see him getting all animated, because if he start talking all, you know what I'm saying. So I want to see him. I want to see him having that same energy he have towards everybody else. But I know he ain't. He gonna say, "Oh, he gonna talk all soft." He gonna be even toned. He gonna say, "Well, I just think it's an honor to fight Canelo. Canelo's a great champion, but it can only be one winner, and it'll be me." I want to see him say all that stuff. I want to see him say some stuff like, "Yeah, when I'm done with you, I'm gonna beat the Chipotle out of you, Canelo. I'm gonna destroy you." I want to see him talking. I want to see him talking towards Canelo like how he talked towards the brothers. But I bet you he gonna be soft toned. I promise you. I promise you. And that's just gonna further expose him. Well, that's the difference between me and other people, because I'm really real with this. You see, I got up in the morning and made a video. I did breaking news about what happened in Alabama. They not gonna do a video. Some of them dudes not gonna do no videos because they ain't who they pretend to be. Like I said, it's a lot of these fake YouTube Debos on here. For real. I got up early in the morning and did a video about this because I'm passionate about that kind of stuff, and I thought it was a good look. Well, at the end of the day, I ain't wishing nothing happened to Jermell, but Jermell, he need to shut his mouth. I mean, I can't make you talk to me and the media can't make you talk to him. But when you sitting up there like sucking up the LE setback and then trying to down and then trying to attack another group of people, that's a weak move. You don't even have to bring that up. You don't even have to bring that organization up. I wouldn't do it. So I'm just saying. Why do it? What do you get out of doing that? Nothing. So, like I said before, I just hope Jermell have the same energy with Canelo that he has with black fighters. Because if he doesn't, if he comes in there, being soft spoken and professional towards Canelo and courteous towards Canelo, then people gonna look at him and be like, okay, well, why you wasn't that way with Tony Harrison? Why all of a sudden you want to show some professionalism when it comes to Canelo? Listen, I don't think Jermell is gonna win that fight. Man, that dude ain't no gangster, and he need to quit trying to act like he a gangster, man. He just a boxer. But I'm just saying, he gonna get enough of talking all that super nigga talk. He gonna get enough of doing that. And I'm just trying to warn him. I ain't wishing bad luck on him. But I'm just saying, man, you better tone that stuff down. But anyway, I just wanted to get my point across. So, we'll see what's up. Can't wait to the press conference. I'll be tuned in. Anyway, I'm out.